quote-unquote roommate has been running around dealing with supers. He has been put on a... Actually, how much do you tell him? How much does Brad tell Hank about what's been going on? How much is... Okay. All right. So
Hank, what he's concealing from me his apparently criminal background as a freelance mercenary.
These things happen.
Like Mr. and Mrs. Smith here.
So,
and it's not freelance mercenary work. You know, it's in the past. It's a used to do.
It's not freelance mercenary work. I did it for money.
Yeah, exactly. I had a contract and everything.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
It's only freelance if you don't have a contract.
So last game ended last game ended with
I hit a man with a car.
You hit a man with a car.
Fantastic.
Let's see. Benny had been instructed by Carmine to infiltrate the police task force by posing as a hero and assisting Officer Jeffries in his attempts to undermine or track nefarious superpowered villains. Mole Man had been captured. And Finley got his ass whipped. Am I forgetting anything? I think that's it. I actually have in my notes, Finley got his ass whipped. Just want you to know.
Yeah, I got the helicopter saw me, then flew away.
Oh yes, the helicopter that saw you and flew away. But you have a mask on, right? Right?
Yeah, it's a ski mask.
Right? Okay. All right.
Stick real quick. I think I forgot to message you, but I have one experience point that I'm spending to get 4 dots of might.
Jesus Christ!
As an ability.
Wait, what?
I think you can spend a Nova or a point to get.
Oh no, that's Nova point, not experience points. Experience points are yeah.
Oh then.
Then
never mind.
God. Oh God! Just don't scare me like that. Experience points, I think, are 1 for 1. Let me check.
Well, yes, scratch. I'll save it then. Scratch it. I think I may have to redo my character though, because I should have had that. I don't. It just didn't translate over from N1 to Aberrant.
Okay. All right. We can.
Yeah, for now, we'll don't worry about it.
Okay. So. Yeah. What is everyone doing that evening? It has been a hectic day of death defying everything. So what's Sage doing now that she's been engaged in her first fisticuffs?
Yeah. So I am gonna want to get rid of my stolen jewels as quick as possible because I don't want them found on my person.
That's fair.
So I probably need a drink because that was a lot, and I haven't been around like other supers like that. So I'm probably gonna go to my fence at his bar and be like, "You gotta do something with these."
Is it picketed?
What?
Did you?
It was a lame joke.
It was such a bad joke.
Oh my God!
I get it.
I actually am more ill for having heard it.
Oh yikes!
Okay. Did you come up with a name for him, or did you want me to come up with a name for him?
I didn't, but I can real quick. Pickett.
William Pickett.
Done. Done. Problem solved. Hold on one second.
Definitely just goes by Pickett.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Good old Pickett. Everybody loves Pickett. No, we are not. We are not doing. I draw the line. I draw the line. He is not French. Can't stand it. All right, so you go to visit Pickett at his bar, and you're going to try and pawn him off. He will gladly take them, and we'll discuss that in an individual session on how that goes. But he does have them. So I don't want to drag that out too much. Finley, now that you've had a close encounter, what's your plan for the evening? You gonna go visit dear old dad?
Probably not dear old dad. I'm probably just gonna fly back home, make sure that no one's following me, and then just be like, okay, what the fuck just happened?
You're definitely gonna have a missed call from Aloysius.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll probably call my. Let's see. How much details did I get off of the guy? That. Well, I know he's in custody. I know he's in custody now. He's probably just gonna lay low for just a bit. Probably have Millhouse, his butler, go get stuff for him for just a little while until he can kind of wrap his head around everything, like getting his ass whooped, and maybe look into other things of like, okay, I need to re-up on my martial arts. Maybe I need to go back to whatever Muay Thai school Dad sent me to.
Okay, Bruce. Yes, he has a butler named Millhouse. All right. We're gonna come to Aloysius last.
He slipped into the crowd.
He did. Brad.
Yeah.
What's you've managed to recruit a superpowered being.
Yeah. Well, I think it's probably an ex-con. So I'm gonna, now that I know his name, I'm gonna try and get some research, get his wrapped feet.
It's a mile long. It's a mile long.
My idea is that we can present to him that, if he does, community service by working for our task force, that maybe we can get him, a pardon at some point. Or does he still owe any restitution or anything?
No, he doesn't owe any restitution. He's obviously a member of organized crime. That's what you see from his rap sheet. He's been suspected in many things, convicted of a few things. Has Benny spent a lot of time in the pen?
I did 12 years upstate.
There you go. 12 years upstate.
But I didn't do that. That was a, what do you call, the witness didn't die when they were supposed to, so that's what happened. That was not my fault.
Trisha.
Melanie, oh no. Okay. So yeah, he's done time for assault, various muscle crimes.
Assault and battery, assault with an actual battery.
Yeah.
Pouring salt on a battery.
Assault with salt. Which would hurt a whole lot, but anyway, lots of assault. He's very big on assault. It's his favorite pastime.
Did you hit somebody with sodium bromide? Nah, bro.
No.
It's gonna be one of those nights. It really is.
We're just trying to cheer you up, Stick.
You test me. All right.
At least be happy that you the quality of gamer that can make an elaborate chemistry joke.
That is true.
Is that elaborate?
Elementary joke.
Given how many people in this country can't spell chemistry and probably think it's witchcraft, then yeah, it's pretty elaborate.
That's fair.
But it is witchcraft.
All right. So are you going to tell Bruce what happened? What went down?
Okay.
And Bruce,
okay.
What are you at the house? Like, what are you?
I guess I've just been sick this entire time with the flu or some shit. I don't know. Maybe the dry cleaning chemicals gave me a migraine.
Maybe you've been just
That's so
working.
ominous.
I mean, you are an EMT.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
They have crazy shifts, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, too
but
bad.
yes, you come back from your shift and find your boyfriend's face all over the news, being involved in a some kind of terrible, what's I'm looking for, kerfluffle with the superpowered being, with other superpowered beings. What do you think of that?
All right. Well, I'm gonna give him a call then. In the news article, so I'm guessing it's on TV.
Oh yeah, it's on TV. It's like nightly news.
Do I recognize any of the other individuals?
So
In the
so the only there's Brad. There is a masked fellow who is very poorly masked. It's like a hat and like a bandana with some holes cut in it. Roll. Yeah, roll your perception plus awareness. It's 5 dice.
Yeah, I realize now. I'm
Yep.
sitting here staring at my character sheet like an idiot. 2.
Oh, okay. All right. You recognize that as the guy from the previous night. You've seen the cut of that jaw. You've
God.
seen the
I see Benny.
Yeah, you see Benny. You see Benny.
I'll go ahead and I'll give Brad a call.
Ring ring.
Hey. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? I'm hungry.
Well, I see from the local news that you've already had Italian.
Oh, that was for lunch. Yeah, that was very exciting. Hey, I met. I think I met your friend from the other night.
Oh, you did? Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
You're standing next to him on the news.
Yeah. I'm trying to recruit him for our task force. Because if nothing else, I'll know where he is.
The guy that just robbed and brutally beat a bunch of people at a dry cleaners. You want to recruit to work with the police?
Well, I'd rather have him working for us than against us. I mean, he's basically a walking tank.
That's what I saw as well. All right.
Have you given any more thought to coming out of the superhero closet?
None of my powers are really, I don't know, like aggressively fighty, so I'm not sure.
Out of character, what do you have? I've forgotten. I know healing of some kind.
Healing, luck, and armor.
Okay, well, I mean, as far as field police work, I mean, if you're on the task force, then we might need healers in the field for a lot of what we do.
That makes sense. Yeah, sure. You know that. Would it take me off of working these weird shifts with the EMTs or?
Well, since I'm in fact, the head of the task force, I'm pretty sure I can set our hours.
Yeah, why not? Have to keep other secrets continuing, or?
Well, we're not doing a very good job of keeping it a secret, since we're living together.
I'm just wondering if it's a conflict of interest if I work for you.
I'll make some inquiries and let you know.
All right, sounds good. Well, I will get something that's not Italian for dinner then.
Cool. See you in a little bit.
Wise man. All
right.
right.
And I still don't know that Sage is.
No. Oh, it's fantastic.
I just slipped away with a bunch of jewels in my pocket and was like, all right, see you at work. Bye.
But I do know that someone was able to remote activate a car, right?
You do, and you could feel someone like using abilities. You could just not pinpoint who that person was.
Guys,
Teslas nowadays, maybe that's what's wrong with Hummers. They just start themselves, they wreck themselves. Who's to say?
No,
Like
no.
2007, isn't it? Are Teslas a thing?
In my world, Elon Musk is sitting destitute in a post-apartheid prison in South Africa. His entire family. Yes.
Right. I will give Sage a call.
Oh, shit.
Ring, ring. Are you still at the bar?
What time is it? Like, how much longer after the whole shebang is it?
I mean, it's evening.
I probably stayed for a drink or two at the bar, so I'm probably still there.
Okay, so she
Yeah.
answers the phone, and you hear like some background noise, maybe the sound of pool cues being knocked around, and some 80s music. Some classic rock.
It's me. Did I catch you at a bad time?
We just spent a good amount of the day together, getting a drink. That was a stressful day. What's up?
I just wanted to ask you before I forget about it. Tomorrow, could you do a little research and see if you can access any security cameras that might have been in that area? I think there may have been another super that we don't know about. Someone who can make cars drive themselves. But they were on our side, so maybe they're one of the good guys, and we can get them on the team.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure. Did you see anybody that seemed like, what am I looking for? Like, superheroes haven't been the most active in my field of vision yet, so I'm not really sure what to look for.
Let's start with anyone who's standing out to the side with their fingers on their temples, concentrating really hard, because that's what it usually looks like in comic books.
Specific. Yeah, I will do that tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
Throwing back another drink.
Have a good time tonight. Don't stay up too late, and I'll see you at work.
I'll hang up and just go, fuck.
About. I'm basically giving you official permission to wipe all the cameras in the area.
I will be doing that. 100%.
Is Anthony is Finley still gone, or is he back?
Back.
So Finley, you get a ring on your phone. After you return home.
Hello?
From Aloysius.
But I did save his number. Yeah. Hello?
Finley?
Ow. Hi.
I just wanted to check and make sure you were okay. It looked a little rough out there for you today.
Just a little bit of turbulence. It was
just thought you might be under the weather.
Something like that. Yeah, I was very surprised because I was not expecting for that person to be a super. That never typically doesn't work like that, but
what typically doesn't like?
Well, usually, when I lift men up, they don't fight back.
Well, that's always been my experience.
Subtext can't spell.
But yeah, was not expecting the guy to turn around and hit me, and at least not to hurt me like he did. But yeah, that was a shocker for sure.
Well, I'm just glad to hear your voice, and it sounds like you're not, dying. So I guess you have at least some, level of not getting hurt that bad. I don't know what to call it. Invulnerability.
It's complicated. I'm still not 100% sure. I just know that um, I get hurt and things tend to heal a little bit faster than normal. I haven't taken, really wanting to try that out fully, but yeah.
Yeah, so we're not going the full heroes route with that little blonde girl jumping off the little. Yeah, don't blame you.
Well, it's, there's a lot of things in question, and um, it just wouldn't be good for me personally to have, especially secret identity to come out. And so I just fly around, just fly around as an unknown person.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say, I have been scouring social media here. Will, have I seen anybody? Has anybody recognized Finley on social media? So, when Aloysius left last time, he was originally filming. Then he kind of looked around and saw that there were literally dozens of phones filming, and he was just like, "Oh shit! I'm just gonna go like data mine all these Facebook Live videos right now." And he just went and snatched up all the videos and like is trying to find the social media stuff for the see what the rumors are going around, see what all the information looks like, because as an anthropologist, what he's really interested in is how people are reacting to these kinds of situations.
So this is actually the first major encounter of any kind within a populated what?
Oh, I was gonna say, look at us being trendsetters.
I know, right? Within a population center, between supers. There may or may not have been, I don't know, government supers fighting each other in the Congo. Who's to say in these trying times before this point? But this is the real, first, urban conflict that occurred. And the first conflict that occurred between, ostensibly civilians and law enforcement or official law enforcement. There's a lot happening right now. It is up on the various social media sites. There are a ton of different angles of the fight. High or low?
Let's go low. When they go low, we also go low.
We go lower. Okay. You can determine if anyone on any of the videos heard you say a fragment of Finley's name.
Or did they hear me yelling Anthony?
No?
Because last time I yelled Anthony instead of Finley, it was the
Yeah, I know.
used the one name. Yeah, no, okay.
Loophole!
Okay, I tried. Yeah, so did I stand out in anybody's video, or was there enough noise and screaming and yelling?
I'm letting you decide that.
Oh.
You get to determine how much you want to torment Anthony's character. And screw over his and further his evolution as a superpowered being in a social setting.
I would say probably the most that anybody got, now that I understand your premise here of I can determine, the most that anybody got, there are a couple of clips
beats for fucking over Anthony.
What was that?
Yeah, for sure.
Offering beats for fucking over Anthony.
Oh yeah, I'll give you a beat. I'll give you 2 beats if you fuck over Anthony.
Ooh.
Double the offer.
I don't even know what beats do to this point. So
so you get beats. They're basically mini experiences. Every 5 beats, you get 1 actual XP that you can use to increase a stat or gain a power or something on your character.
Oh, so I think this would be enough. I've been keeping track, and so I got the
You get a beat
one.
you get a beat for every game. You get a beat that you play in. You get a beat for every dramatic success and every dramatic failure.
Okay, then, yeah, this would be enough for me to use an XP. Cool. You're about to get fucked up, dog.
Figured.
No, and so for the most popular videos, you're just getting like a clip of me yelling "fit" and then some rustling, because you know how bad people are at filming live things that are happening like that. It's just abysmal. No good camera angles. Their phone microphone is in their fucking sleeve. And then that's all you really get from the first, like the big shots. But there are a couple of like unpopular videos going around where you definitely hear me just yell the whole thing.
Fantastic. Good to know. All right. In addition, there is already it's made news. There are talking heads from all walks of life discussing like either the angels or devils among us. The whole is is this the next? Are we doomed? Should we start the programs now? Etc. Etc. As far as the relation
What does
to
Kanye have to say?
since
I'm
my
still sane at this point, so
since my world is a paradise, Kanye is living a quiet life, taking his medication as he should, and is a simple family man, working a 9 to 5 somewhere as a software designer.
Way to make a living.
Yes, exactly like that.
Kanye is in fact 24 at this point, and in real life has not released his debut album yet. We're in 2001, right?
No.
No.
We're in
No,
2016.
we fast forwarded.
Yeah, well, I got the initial date wrong on my calculation for this, so no.
So what year is it?
It is
year
It's in the
Uh,
10s.
it is like 2016. Obama has been elected.
Okay.
2016. We're in the life of Pablo era, so officially the downfall of Kanye West.
I mean, was there ever not a downfall? Anyway,
Yes, but my boyfriend can heal him.
that's fair. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. As far as social media and normal old school media, that is what the word on the street is. You get a lot of those post Avenger 1 videos like, "Oh my god, did you see?" In the post Chitari New York.
Is there a
Use that.
J. Jonah Jameson character in this?
Alex Jones.
I am not at liberty to discuss that. So, yeah. What? That's all right. Are you done with your? You're done interrogating. I mean, asking questions of Finley.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna tell him, like, I looked at all of the videos posted online, because part of my job is recording people's reactions and things of that nature, and there are a couple of videos where you can clearly hear our exchange.
Okay, I guess I need to reach out to a few people. That's where the part of the money comes into this, to kind of help hide some of those things. So thanks for
Yes,
the
I can send you
heads up.
whatever links I've got. I don't know if that will help you.
Maybe We'll see. Yeah, send me those links, please, and thank you so much for
Yes,
gathering that info for me.
yeah, I completely understand you wanting to maintain your anonymity. I mean, it's my apologies for maybe sort of outing you. I just was surprised.
It's all good. I should have known better. I did say your name first, so it's going to be fun. I'll find someone to figure this out, and if you find anything else that might be clearer or better, send that to me as well, please.
Absolutely, and I don't know if this is helpful at all. I am working kind of in tandem with the police that were there. I mean, the people that were most intimately involved in the situation, other than yourself, I believe. I was meeting with them and talking to them about my work. So I don't know if that might be of help. If you would like to speak with that, what is he, a sergeant, captain?
Sergeant.
Probably wouldn't hurt to kind of put some feelers out there and kind of get their vibe.
Yes, well, he's a super himself, I believe. So this should be. I don't know, what the vibe you're looking for is, but
I think at this point I just need a drink.
Perfectly understandable.
All right. Well, do you happen to have any contact info for said sergeant or
Yes,
anything?
absolutely. I just spouted off to him.
Can you say that again? I need to go and get a Millhouse. I need a pen.
Yes, sir.
And I'll get the info and I'll write it down. And okay, sergeant and okay.
Ballpoint or quill, sir?
Ballpoint. You know I don't know how to use a felt tip.
Yes, sir. Millhouse comes shuffling in.
Oh.
Millhouse sounds so miserable. It almost sounds like Finley's about to just tattoo this information onto his flesh.
I love him.
Here, sir. The ballpoint from the 1913 edition. Mahogany, sir.
Thank you, Millhouse. Thank you, and I'll start writing it down. Okay, I'll call the sergeant soon.
Yes, and just let me know if I can be of any further assistance. I would, of course, like to hear your personal take on what happened. Both as an interested party and as an acquaintance.
He's interested, all right.
Well, let's just make it through the day first, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Absolutely. Call me whenever you need.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sir.
Daddy.
Please.
Jesus.
That escalated quickly.
Well, how the tables have tabled. All right. So not long after Aloysius hangs up and you're sitting there drinking your booze, your phone starts to go off, and it's Pops.
Actually,
going to ignore. Going to ignore the phone call.
All right, you ignore it. Goes to voicemail. 45 seconds later, there's a voicemail. Long voicemail.
I will listen to said voicemail.
Do you realize what you have done, young man? Do you realize the position you may have put me into? I'm gonna have to clean up your mess now. Jesus Christ, Finley. I ask one thing. One thing. Don't get caught. That's all I ask for you in life. And still, you get caught. And there's just a tirade like that.
You get a
Oh.
howler.
Yeah,
Just,
pretty
just,
much.
You get a
I just
small
kinda,
ping with the email with all of the links in it.
Millhouse,
Yes, sir.
can you do a research onto how many people are named Finley in New York City, please?
Yes. Actually, I'm very curious now.
And of course, Tick can just type that in and get all of their social security numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are quite a few. Depends on how you spell it, too. This list goes on for a while.
It's so I assume there's enough to pretty much be like, okay, there's a lot of people named Finley, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue, right? Right.
Start comparing it to your, physical height and
Gender and
build,
your
and,
voice, since your voice was caught on camera.
and you were wearing a sweatshirt from your college or high school, or
No, I was
and,
just
and you dropped your wallet with your ID in it.
I was wearing the Gucci ski mask. That's
You were actually wearing one of your dad's campaign sweatshirts.
yeah, with the initials stitched into it.
Oh, that's fantastic. There's a knock on your door.
I looked through the peephole.
There's a gentleman outside with it's like a bike courier.
Do I know him?
No, it's a bike courier. It's a random bike courier. Knocks on the door again.
Just open the door slightly. Hello?
You Finley?
Depends on who's asking.
I mean, I got a bottle of liquor here for you. If you're not Finley, I'll take it.
A bottle of liquor, you say?
Yep. Yeah, it's from some chick named Al.
I will ask for the bottle of liquor. What type of liquor is it?
It's a very nice 21 Macallan Scotch.
Well then.
I'm gonna need you to sign.
I will sign for it.
Yes.
All right.
What
He
could
won.
possibly go wrong here?
I know, right?
I just sold my soul to the devil.
I would like to point out all of your fellow players are more malicious than I could possibly be, and that's saying quite a bit.
What?
Just because he signed it.
Oh, it's Elwish.
Okay. So he hands it over and he heads out.
Okay, I'll bring the bottle of scotch in and just kind of like looking both ways, just close the door and just like, okay, this is weird.
Is there a note?
No note. He just knew that Finley needed a drink.
All right. No note. Just booze.
Right. Okay, this has been a weird day. Millhouse, I'm just gonna go lay down. Actually, you know what? I'm grabbing a shower beer.
Which shower, sir? Upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs and check on me in an hour. If I haven't drowned by then, check on me an hour later.
Excellent, sir. Maybe he'll drown. Okay, all right. So Finley's going for a shower beer in the upstairs shower.
Is somebody going to come to the downstairs shower or something?
Only time will tell.
After that.
All right. So that's pretty much it for the evening. The next day rolls around, and the world is a hustle and bustle with the video footage and the news and just everything that is going on. Finley, you have like 3 more missed calls from your dad.
What?
The last voice message is just incoherent rambling of anger. Um, Brad, I'm assuming you're reporting for work the next morning.
Oh yeah.
Your superior, your captain, is none too pleased. He is pleased that you thwarted the villain. However, fielding all of the calls and such, as you come into work that he's been doing while you've been asleep for the evening, he's basically been doing PR work. It's just been one person after another. They knew that super powered law enforcement existed, but it's kind of one of those like, is it really necessary? And now apparently it's very necessary.
You should request money to hire a PR person. Save you from all this bullshit.
I might do that. Anyway, so we got Mole Man down in custody. We didn't really have a place to put him, but we came up with something that works for now. What about this this fella you brought in? You're bringing in the masked guy. Does Benny want a superhero name? Does he want to ask Carmine for a superhero name?
Almost certainly not. He still thinks he's going to be anonymous, so he doesn't
That's
put any
fair.
thought to it.
That should be his name, Anonymous. There you go. So, all right. Brooke's going into work. Brad's going into work. Bo?
I
Yeah,
will
what?
say, if possible, I would prefer to be checking out all of that footage like he asked, not in the workspace, because I don't want people looking over my shoulder seeing me fucking with stuff.
Okay, so you're gonna call in and try and work from home?
Yeah. Say, I've got a better system at home. These cameras take a lot of processing power. It'll just go better from here. But I'll be in a little bit later once I, can bring you some evidence.
I mean, Brad, are you okay with that?
Yeah, for the time being, just keep me informed. I don't know what our policy is on teleworking, but she's a tech person, and she probably has better equipment at home than we have.
You are a government agency.
Barely for the NYPD.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, with Empire PD, you've probably got a lot of money to throw around, mostly on tanks. Which you might need now.
Fair.
Yeah,
We have Benny.
that's a good point. I will put some feelers out for the tactical unit, and just because of in light of what happened and the fact that there are some supers who are going to be bulletproof, we might need to start thinking about how to restrain someone who can fly or can throw boulders.
These are issues you will have to consider. Speaking of someone who can throw boulders, Benny, are you? What do you start the new day? Your masked face is in all the papers and on all the stations.
Well, I will.
How do you respond to this?
Yeah, first by not wearing a mask.
Why?
I will put it in my pocket and I'll go out, get a coffee, and go to the park and feed the ducks and think about what I'm doing.
That's fair. Oh, Benny, sitting on a bench,
Suddenly,
feeding ducks.
I've been told to work for the cops, and I don't I don't know what that's all about. But Carmine's very smart, so he must know what he's doing.
He must, obviously.
The midlife crisis.
Um,
Well, he's 65. He's already done that.
I mean, he's aberrant. Maybe he'd live longer now.
Not in Styx gaming.
Oh no!
Ominous as hell, right there.
well, the rest, Bruce. What is Hank doing? What is Allie doing? What is Finley doing? Since y'all are brain labs.
I was waiting to hear if there was going to be a conflict of interest. And while I'm waiting on that, I'm gonna, I guess, continue to call out to some of my former associates from the military.
I will tell you sternly, don't take any more missions without consulting me first.
Yes, Dad.
I'm just saying, you were like mixed up with the mafia last time.
I know, and now you've hired him.
Yeah, to keep him off the streets and know what he's doing.
Okay, I got you. It's okay.
Who's going to out caddy who?
That's fair. Yeah, if you approach your captain about that, as long as does your captain know y'all are together?
I don't know. I'm going to leave that to you.
Told him. Well, you told him.
Okay. Then yeah, that's right. Because I was worried about being outed, so I went ahead and told him. I
Okay.
haven't told my parents yet.
Okay. So your captain, as long as he signs a waiver, and don't y'all doing any hanky panky in one of the cells. I don't know what y'all get up to.
I can promise you that we will not do any hanky panky while on the clock.
Yeah, fantastic. That's all I ask. Okay. But yeah, he's got basically a waiver, like a conflict of interest waiver that it's if there is a conflict, if there do issues do arise, it's not on them, and they can terminate either one of you as necessary to resolve the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Aloysius has. Are you going to? What's Allie doing? Going to the police department? Going to visit Finley?
Yeah,
What
no,
options?
he's definitely going to the police department because he's going to try to see what it takes to get an interview with the suspect.
Okay. Well, you have to go to Brad for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, has anyone interrogated the suspect yet?
Not really. He just came in last night. He's been in holding. They had to figure out a way to hold him first.
Okay, well, my first project for this morning is to consult with the DA's office and find out what our legal obligations are in terms of holding a suspect who can normally break out of jail cells.
Oh boy. You contact the DA, and are you calling or emailing?
I'll shoot an email first asking when's a good time to call.
Okay.
Or do you want it in person?
He'll have some time free this morning, in about an hour or so.
Okay.
Right now, just ensure he's read his rights and is not in a position to harm or be harmed harm anyone or be harmed.
Yeah, what powers did this guy show again? He was strong and armor plated. I remember that.
Claws, strength, armor plated.
Okay. What sort of restraints is he in now?
So right now they've got like they've got him bound hand and foot with old school chains. Only they went and got some industrial chains that are used for like, you know, towing bulldozers
Ship
and
docking.
such. Yeah, like they're just absolute. Like the chains are bigger than the cuffs they're attached to. They are massive, and they're actually welded to the cuffs because they could not like fit them to the little connector. So that is how he is currently restrained. He has not attempted to break out over the course of the evening.
Okay, that's good. Well, we'll go in and good morning. You got a name? We didn't have any ID on you, and obviously you're not easily recognizable.
I mean, your buddies are calling me Mole Man, which I don't appreciate.
It wasn't my call. Also, I think it may be copyrighted. Do you have a name you'd like for me to use for you?
You can just call me Sam. That's
Okay,
right.
Sam. Okay, Sam. Well, first, little formalities, and I will go over the Miranda rights with them. Having told you all that, do you wish to talk with me, or would
I
you
mean,
mind talking with me?
I don't really particularly want to talk to you. I don't what it I mean, I don't see why you locked me up. You're one of me. Like you're
Yeah,
one of
but
us.
yeah, well, we should not be knocking over jewelry stores. There's better things we can be doing with our powers, in my opinion.
I mean, that's your opinion. I personally think that that's a fantastic way to spend your time. Um, you
I mean,
know,
what are you gonna do with this money, with all these jewels that you steal? I mean, are you gonna be able to open a bank account in your current situation?
I got listen, that's none of your business. Do you want to roll? Do you want to interrogate him?
Yeah, since I have all sorts of specialties in that. Uh, First thing I want to do is I want to make a mental prodigy roll.
Okay.
And what the hell is that? Roll intelligence, which is what's this? 1, 2, 3, and I just add one. Add how many dice do I add per dot of mega?
2.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. Alright. Okay, so I add for the rest of the scene. I add 2 successes to any rolls I make pertaining to an investigation of some kind, which includes
Okay.
interrogation.
Okay.
I thought it
And
was
so
2 dice. Did we not change it?
No, I'm
yeah,
not
that
changing
was
that part.
that was the successes I got on the roll to activate my
Oh, got it.
criminal investigator thing. Every success I get on that is an auto success for later rolls. So with that in mind, I will switch to manipulation. I really need to make a manipulation next, but manipulation plus interrogation is 4.
All right. It will be opposed. Tis
Okay. So I got 0 successes, but no 1. So unless you want me to do it differently, I guess I'll just be adding 2
2
successes to
successes.
that.
You got
So I
2.
got a base of 2 successes.
So, what information are you looking for? Like, are you actually looking for how he was planning to sell the jewels or fence the jewels or
I'm trying to find out more about who he is and who he was before he started getting powers and get his mindset, because um, Brad's philosophy is that yeah, I read comics when I was a kid, but now I'm a grown man. And if you have superpowers, there are legitimate ways to make money besides knocking over a jewelry store. Um, so that's why I'm trying. And also, secondarily, my goal is to make sure that supers do not cause public panic and make people want to build giant robots to kill us. So I'm trying to get in this guy's head and figure out, was he a criminal before? or does he think he needs to be a criminal now that he has, has a disfigured face and claws and shit? Do his claws retract, by the way, or are they always permanent?
Yes, they do retract.
Okay. Like out of his hand, like Wolverine, or out of his fingertips, or
Fingertips.
okay.
So from what you discern from this conversation, he was, like the language he uses and such, you can tell he was probably involved in street crime before he got these powers. And his attitude towards it is this is just a way for him to do what he was doing better. But he does not seem very concerned about the need to like sell or find a fence or, as you said, open a bank account. That none of that seems to, he just kind of blows it off like, yeah, I got my ways. I got a guy. So,
Okay.
but yeah, he's probably a petty
So what?
criminal.
All right. So you really think being a petty criminal is the way to go from now on?
Did you see how big those gyms were? This one was not petty. Thank you very much.
Well,
That was quite a score.
You got for a little bit, and then how did you mix it up with the flying guy? We don't even know who he was.
I don't know who that guy was. I was minding my business, standing in the alley, not
It ain't a
bothering
crime.
anyone. That is hearsay. And suddenly I was lifted off my feet and carried into the air. I might not have even had those gems. Maybe I got them from Flying Guy. You don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure I know because there were video cameras in the store
Oh,
that
yeah.
you robbed, and you're
You
kind of
know.
distinctive.
You know.
Would you say I swept you off your feet?
Ugh.
I'll go back to my hole.
It's just so hard sometimes. So painful.
I say that a lot.
I know. Yeah. So.
Well, there are several ways I can see this going forward. We recovered the gems. Well, most of them. Some of them came up missing. So for the time being, they weren't on you, we know, so I'm going to assume that while you were being flown across town, some of them dropped out. Do you have a criminal record already?
I ain't telling you that. I ain't telling you nothing about that.
There's several ways this could go. One of them ends up being they build a special prison just for you and for other people who, want to follow your life career path, which I think is bad for all of us. Because, in the sort of country we live in, if you freak out the normals too much, they will stop caring about our civil rights. Violently.
Ain't nobody ever cared about my civil rights anyway.
Yeah, but I doubt people have actually hunted you down before. Or tried to hunt you down.
He looks at your uniform and laughs to himself. You ever heard of stop and frisk?
I'm at with Mole Man.
Well, I will let you think about it. We're trying to figure out how best to transport you for arraignment. Which, maybe one of those things one of those civil rights you don't care about that disappears. But yeah, if you want to talk some more, give a yell and they'll call me.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you, Sam.
He goes back to sulking.
Right.
Don't hunt my kind. Come on, stop and frisk.
All right. So with the information I got from him, and from anything I want to make a. I just want to make a. All right. Especially in crime scene, that would not apply to. Would that apply to like studying a suspect in custody?
No.
Okay, then I want to make while I still have this power up and running, I want to make an investigation roll for him, and I have 6 dice for that. I want to see if I can figure out who he was before and what, because now I know he has a criminal record, and I at least know how tall he was and shit like that. All right, so got 3 successes, plus 2 auto is 5.
I mean, so you know he's probably got a criminal record.
Mm-hmm.
When they brought him in, they tried to fingerprint him. No fingerprints, because you got armadillo hands.
Were they able to get like maybe a hair off of him or get him to spit into a cut so we can run a DNA check?
Yes, they were able to get off for a DNA check. That will take a couple of days.
Okay.
It's not an instantaneous process.
Watch him have mole DNA now. All right.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many like petty criminals in New York City that narrowing it down to someone as disfigured as he is now, without, some kind of definitive ID or admission, is very difficult.
Okay. Well, let's do this and let's narrow it down. I assume from booking we know his approximate height.
Yes.
All right. And did he sound younger than me or older than me?
Younger.
Okay.
Used gang slang.
All right. Did he use any particular gang terms that I would associate with a specific gang?
No.
Okay. All right. I want to see, have there been any missing persons reports of a male of about that age and that build within the last, say, month or so? Because I assume with his disfigurement, he would have had to have gone, underground.
But to the mole man.
Wow. It's just one hit after another. So you could try and run that. That's going to take a little while. That is an excellent idea, but it's not something like they'll have to go through, because it's a big city. They probably won't have the information for you till tomorrow at the earliest.
And one last thing, an inspiration has struck me. Because of a text somebody sent me. Thank you, Roddy. I will call Sydney. Sage.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, who?
Who's Cindy?
Yeah. I'm probably working at my computer checking out that stuff when he calls. I'm like, oh God, I hope he doesn't want this shit right now. Hey man, what's up?
Hey, sorry to bug you. I know you already have you working on some stuff, but I have another assignment for you. Can you do your techno magic or whatever it is, and check out social media and see if been any reports of like someone who is fits the profile of a street thug or a gang member in his early 20s in the New York area, and someone's talking about them having maybe powers or being deformed in some way.
Yeah, I can probably do that. Do some scouring through some stuff. Got a quick question for you, Brad.
Shoot.
Before I get to this, what did y'all ever do without me?
Well, we didn't do this before 6 months ago, since there were not superhuman beings running around.
Well, I'll add it to my bill. Almost got this video footage up for you. It's not great quality. It looks like every time, like it's like static interference. I'm not really sure what was going on with the cameras. I have a little bit, but no fingers to the forehead so far.
Okay. Well, we know one person has some sort of power that lets them control cars. Could they also be able to influence cameras, and maybe they just put a whammy on the cameras in the area so no one can see them?
I mean, that makes sense. Maybe they just, funk up electricity stuff.
Just a thought. All right. Thanks. Let me know when you know something.
For sure, boss man. It's like, I hang up and I'm like, oh god, scour Facebook photos. Reports, lost person. Okay, add it to the to-do list. Add it to the to-do list.
You're so busy. You've got so many things on your plate.
I know. I'm making great money. My life was much easier before the police, though. Put me way more in the line of getting caught, but that's the thrill of it.
It's fantastic. All right, so you are going to run that search, and
or if I've done the camera stuff, I'll go into the office to do the search.
Okay, I mean the camera
That way
stuff.
I look like I'm working.
The faking it till you make it mentality. You have managed to. Actually, are you erasing? Are you altering camera footage with your ability?
Not. I guess altering, yeah, making it more like computer static, just kind of like anytime something with like anything that I was doing that would be affecting technology. Not so much worried about the mental blast as much, unless there's a camera that shows me like looking at him when it happens, but just kind of like staticky error, cameras going wonky during them. Not really, kind of deleting footage, but mostly just kind of like fritzing it out. Or I have full, so I guess
exactly.
I have full, I forgot about that. So I guess I would change it to where if I'm in the shot when anything's happening, I would just make myself look like I was hiding instead of looking and focusing on the action.
Okay. I'll need you to roll for that.
Okay. What is that roll again? Cyberkinesis and intelligence?
For Fool, it is.
Oh yeah, I guess Fool's different.
Manipulation plus cyberkinesis.
Oh, okay, it's the exact same thing then.
That is. Wow.
Literally 7 dice. This is.
Wow. You're trash, bro.
Every time I try and use my cyberkinesis.
Do you want to take the botch?
Gosh.
Absolutely, I do, because I want the beat.
Okay.
I'm gonna regret that. Okay, yep, I'm gonna do it.
So,
fucking Christ.
You think it's fine. You think you've managed to edit yourself out where necessary. Nothing to see here.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay, yeah, cool. Cool, well, if I think I did a great job...
Fantastic fucking job.
Fantastic, but I'm so good, I've never been caught before, why worry now? Yeah, then I guess I would go into the office to do that search for him on that other thing. Fully confident that I have done what I needed to do.
Fantastic. And Bruce has entered the chat. Bruce, are you alive?
I'm here. I'm just kind of.
Bruce, by the sounds of it, you should have been in the conversation earlier about shit turkeys.
Oh God, I would say, please don't bring that up to him.
Yeah, please don't.
Listen, everyone loves a good shit turkey.
Enough as it is.
I mean,
Anyway.
just ask Al about the time that he served us turkey and dressing with undercooked dressing.
Yikes! That sounds
Ew.
very unfortunate.
Yeah,
That's-
I couldn't get my wife to eat turkey and dressing for like 8 years from the food poisoning.
Oh Lord.
Fair enough.
That happens more than you would think. Or maybe the exact amount that you would think.
I feel like that happens a fair amount.
Luckily, in our family, we have a long-standing tradition of making sure that the dressing has the consistency of sand,
Oh.
which has its
Oh, and
own
you were the
problem
one that
for
you were
legend.
the one that cooked it.
Me?
Yes.
When was this? I don't.
I was like back in 2007. We had like a Friendsgiving at your house, and you undercooked the dressing and the inside of the turkey, and everyone who ate there that night got food poisoning.
Well, obviously it's attempted murder.
I think you have me mixed up with someone else. I'm currently the master of the digital meat thermometer, so my latest turkey came out fine.
You know, I'm not gonna fight that battle. I'll believe him.
Meat thermometer battle.